We're here today on the Mug broadcast. Thug, remember that. Thug. I have to change them every time I get on here. Mug, Hug, Uncle Doug. You got Lug, Tug, Rug, Thug. Whatever. Whatever it is, I don't care. We're here to talk about the mark of the beast today, and a lot of things are happening in the world that we're living in today, and I'm going to relax on this. And if y'all don't mind, I've been tired. I've been watching fireworks today. I don't feel like getting up preaching to y'all. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit concerning the end of time, what's going on in the times that we're living in. I had several phone calls to come through to me the other day concerning what's going on in the world concerning the gay rights. They have the rights to be gay now. Okay. Hey, how are you? Oh, you're going to be seeing people in the streets now. Let me just dramatize what's going on before you get beside yourself. You're going to be seeing people in the streets now kissing men, kissing men. Women kissing women, kissy, kissy, kissy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see all this going on. Oh, I love you, baby. And Obama said we're supposed to love one another, so you're going to have to love them. You're going to have to love them. But let me explain to you, let me put on my hat today as I try to explain these wonderful issues that are going on in the world today, that we are living in the last days. So I had several people call me on my telephone the other day telling me, oh, you need to be in church, Brother Steve. We're living in the end time. We're living in the end time. I was all excited about it. I sat and listened to them for a few minutes, and I thought, how pitiful. How pitiful. When people are going to be going to hell on the church pew quicker than I will. As I said a while ago, I'm just like Moses. I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be here through the tribulation period to help Obama. You say, Brother Steve, that was a bold statement. No, sir. Moses was spared. Let me show you a mystery here. Moses was spared back in his day. I'm going to be spared back in my day. So how do you know that? Because I've been to the White House, then made friends with Obama, and I was talking to him about my head because I was concerned about getting my head cut off. And he told me, don't worry about it, son. I like you. I don't know what way he was talking about. I hope it wasn't the other way around. My nerves getting up, man. I got to have something to smoke. I got to smoke, y'all. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be a preacher and all that, but y'all forgive me. Lord, forgive me. I don't believe that God holds against. It's really medicine. It ain't really a cigarette. It's diabetes things. I can smoke. I'm a diabetic, so smoking helps keep your... It's another subject with smoking helps keep your diabetic issues down, if you know what I mean. So anyway... I was proud to know that I get to keep my head. But you say, Brother Steve, are you the least bit scared about what's going on in the world today? As Tyler Perry says, heck to the no. And I wish some of y'all people would just put the shut to the up that keeps calling my house asking me these stupid questions. Are you afraid? I'm telling you right now, I am not afraid of what's going on in the world. God is going to do what God wants to do, whether you like it or not. That's just the way it is. So, what did I do when I heard the gays were having their rights? I celebrated by watching a new movie, and you've got to see it. The Last Night. It's The Last Night. Morgan Freeman plays in that movie, a good movie. Yes, it had cussing and all that, but I blocked that out of my mind. That's how I celebrated this. And being a little bit serious, and let's lay all the joking aside just for a minute. Look into my eyes as I tell you this. I don't feel like looking that close to the camera so y'all can see my eyes, right? I see them. So y'all can see them. I do not give two hunks, I should say, two ducks, two flips about what is going on in the world today. So, all you scared running chickens out there with your heads already cut off, they ain't been cut off naturally, spiritually already cut off, had a dream about that last night. Well, some of these very people have been calling me to go to church that took the chains off. Let me tell you something. That's what Paul was talking about the change in the body. He said, I show you a mystery that not only you have to sleep. When they cut your head off, a chainsaw, I was watching on YouTube when these Mexicans got their head cut off, it happened so quick their body was changed, because when your head gets cut off, your body's completely changed. You don't look the same after that. All you got is shoulders and a little nub hanging out. I mean, you don't even feel it coming. You're going to be changed in the moment of the twinkling of an eye. But then that I get to keep my head, it's all right with me. I don't care what happens to y'all, as long as I get to keep mine. I might help them. I'll be honest with you, I might help them out a little bit. No, y'all might as well forget that, Reverend Whitlow. No, sir. Let me tell you right now. Y'all think I'm scared? I'm sitting here just as calm as day because I'm not the least bit afraid of what's about to happen. I've seen people die, and there's people dying all the time for the first time. There's a first time for everything, and we're going to die for the first time one day, whether we like it or not. That's a part of it. So you need to start living a little bit. Quit running to the church, because some of them churches ain't right with God either. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're a bunch of hypocrites like Joel Osteen. He'll probably end up keeping his head, but he's still going to hell. It don't matter. Whether he keeps his head or not, I don't care. But y'all need to quit running to the church. Because what's going to end up happening, that's where they want you at in the church, because you ain't got nowhere to run. They're going to come in there and lock the doors, crank that chainsaw up, put it right to the preacher's head first, while they all hold guns on the rest of y'all. Y'all ain't going to be able to run the way they'll shoot you down as soon as you get to the door. And let me tell you, getting shot is worse than dying from your head getting cut off. I've had them both to happen. I've had my head cut off before, and they attached it back on before I died. It was quick, because my quick thinking, some of my brain fell down, and I began to crawl toward my head, and I put it back on real quick, and I held it there for about 5 minutes. It came back on, but y'all ain't going to be able to do that. Y'all's hands going to be tied behind your back. Friend, that's a gruesome sight when you see it ain't funny, but it is. See somebody with their head cut off. And all these gay people out here, and this is what's happening with the gay people. Once again, I seen it today. I was in the White House, and they was celebrating the gay rights in the White House, and I had a bunch of fireworks with me. And being the man that I am, and as much as Obama likes me, they were all standing up in the White House, the gays were dancing, they was, well, you know how they do their eyes like this right here.
Ah, you got beautiful eyes. I love your eyes. Oh my God, you about won't knock me out. Oh, shut up, honey. It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? I seen all that going on today, and Obama was sitting there drinking a cold bottle of margaritas and all that, and I was drinking with him. I sat there and drank with him for a few minutes, and I set a firecracker off in all the butts, and you should have seen them. They all in the hospital right now at this moment as I speak. I didn't even call to check on them, see if they're all right, because I really didn't care. And there's nothing y'all can do about it. Obama laughed about it too, because it was kind of funny. It just goes to prove to me that he don't care what happens. Now, he just stood up in the White House today and made a speech on national TV. I don't know if y'all seen it or not. They might not put it on the air. I don't know. They said they were. But he said, I'll tell you what the speech was in case it don't go on Fox News. My fellow Americans, we're here today to celebrate a new chapter in our history. The gays love you, and you will marry them in your churches because they love your churches too. My fellow Americans, history has took place today. Joel Osteen was standing over there right beside me. He was going, y'all need to obey the President of the United States of America because he's right about what he says. He is a great man of fury, a great man of valor who fights the battles. This one gay person looked at me and he said, are you gay? My name is Shane Rote. I said, Renee, Rote. He said, Rote. How are you doing? I love that bulldog head of yours, honey. You fist to see all this take place, folks. You don't want to be involved in what's fist to take place. It's common. I don't care what you say. But they ain't taking my head off. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm keeping my head. I'm keeping it right where it is. I got a big old, and a steel guard that I bought that nobody can cut it off with. You know, they was talking about ISIS doing this and ISIS doing that. I'm going to tell you where they got the word ISIS from to begin with, because ISIS is already on ice. You ever heard the drug ice? They do ice. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something today. Obama's really a fine fella. If you know how to get in with somebody, then you'll be all right. But he's a fine fella. He loves people. That's one thing he loves. He loves to manipulate people. And you know, a lot of people call him a thug or whatever. I found him to be a good person. He bought me all kinds of beer and stuff today, and I was drinking with him. And he's, you know, we was doing all that at the White House today. We was drinking, partying, having ourselves a good time. But the thing that stood out to me most about our president, our wonderful president of the United States of America, he is a great man. I'm going to move on. We're going to do one more before we get finished tonight.